Carlton Town TV, sponsored by Ericom. We're here at the Bill Stokell Stadium with the Carlton Town joint first team manager Mark Harvey, following today's 2-1 home win against St Neots Town. Mark, was that what you wanted to see as a reaction to Tuesday night's defeat at Racing Club Warwick?
100%. What we definitely needed was a win, and 2 wins and a loss. 6 points out of 9 in a week. It ends up being a good return. So yeah, it's what was needed. I don't think it was a pretty game. I don't think we'll be rushing to watch it back, but it was always going to be a wind-dominated game, and so it proved to be.
Major wind today, blowing against us in the first half. From a supporter's perspective, I thought we dealt with it very well in terms of dealing with the threat that they posed us using the wind.
Yeah, we got reports on them, so we knew what it was all about. But I thought first half we was very, very professional. We controlled the game despite being against the wind, and we didn't do silly things which we have been prone to in the last few games. Controlled possession, tried to play the right balls, which sometimes got caught in the wind and sucked back. But we looked to threat on the break as well. I said at half time, I said it's a very, very good professional performance, and now we need to turn it into a victory, and ultimately we have done.
Not a great deal between the sides for the first half hour, but then the last 15, 20 minutes before half time, despite the fact of being against the wind, we seemed to step it up. You had the advantage of being able to bring back Ash Chambers today, and he showed just the quality that we've seen the quality all season, but he showed it today with his 2 goals.
Yeah, Ash is a different level. We were just talking in there, and it's like that's a game last season where we wouldn't have seen it over the line. We wouldn't have won it, and the difference is having that quality up top. That let's be honest, that first chance he turned a nothing into a 1-on-1 and finished it perfect. I thought he was lively. I mean, obviously he needed to come off when he came off, having just coming back from an injury. But I thought he was outstanding today.
He puts us 1-0 ahead just on the half hour or so. We have a couple of decent opportunities, don't quite get the ball in, and then 4 minutes before half time, they equalise with a header in the middle of the box. The response to that was excellent, wasn't it? To score again before half time.
Oh yeah. You think, well, I mean, to be honest, I was like thinking if we go in level at half time, we'll be happy. We took the lead, so you think that's great. Let's see this through now. Switched off for a second. Obviously with those conditions, the ball's swirling around all the time. They got the equaliser. You think, well, we'd have took the draw at half time and turned around kicking with the wind. Yeah. And then we went and got and Ash popped up again.
Another super finish.
But yeah, I mean, you can't praise the performance in the first half enough. I think anybody watching on the sidelines, sometimes might think, oh, we was just defending and hanging on. But in those conditions, with that wind straight in his face, it was outstanding.
And with your makeshift centre half pairing today, switching Shay and Liam, having Liam in the middle alongside you, and thought the back four did very well.
Excellent. I thought all 4 of them were superb. I mean, obviously, there was method in his madness. We'd had reports that both of their wingers was really fast, so we thought, why not get us a really fast player in Shay out there and stop him as well. But to be fair, I have to single Bates out with that as well, because Bates at centre half was fantastic today. But it also his experience, his controlling it, his talking. We looked a lot more stable there as well.
Second half, first 25 minutes, 30 minutes of second half, it was, I thought, a relentless stream of Carlton Town attacks, but we just couldn't get that third goal, which would have made it a lot more comfortable at the end.
No, and that's the thing. We was in control. We was pushing. It's always going to get nervy when there's only 1 goal. I mean, to be fair, their keeper's pulled off 2 fantastic saves.
He has, absolutely.
Which is the difference. And if they'd have got a point out of it, they would have had their keeper to thank for those 2 saves, because you always felt if we got the third, we'd go on. But obviously, it's always going to get nervy, and it did. And
we sat a bit deep, didn't we, the last 10 minutes?
Yeah, and I think there's a tendency for that to happen with anybody, especially when we was on the end of a thumping midweek. So we're hanging on for 2-1. We want to get it over the line. So it always gets like that. And but in credit to the lads, they saw it through. Felix pulled off a good save as well.
I'm going to mention Felix. I'll mention him now. Just before that, I thought there were a couple of excellent blocks and clearances by Ewan in particular in that last 10. And then with a minute to go or so, an absolute worldie from Felix to prevent them getting an equaliser.
Well, we're being kind to him now, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's his job.
He's getting an award for his 100th appearance, which was made the other week.
I mean,
as a goalkeeper.
To be fair, obviously ex-keeper myself, but as we just expect those kind of saves off Felix, don't we? It's just normal. We see it all the time. He's got that in his locker. He can pull off remarkable reflex saves, and he does on a regular basis. And he's made sure we've seen it through and got the victory today with that save.
Now, only 4 subs on the bench today, Mark. We had Greg and Liam Moran leaving in midweek after the defeat at Warwick. I think both want more minutes on the pitch. And you and Andy have both. We've spoken multiple times this season about the strength in depth of the squad and how do you keep players happy. Is that an issue, do you think, keeping the other lads who aren't getting minutes in the first team happy?
Yeah, you know what, we've been saying all season, right from the summer, there's going to be casualties because we are, we've got 21 first team players and you're never going to keep them all happy. We've been lucky to a point with people going on holidays and injuries that we've not had many occasions where we've had to leave people completely out of the squad. But these lads are all first team players. So, the downside of having such a good quality squad is that you've got 5, 6, 7 players not starting that are good enough to start. Greg and Liam are the two, and the best thing I can say is I thank them for all their efforts while they was at the club, but I'm more interested in players who are still here. And take it from there.
So, tough game Tuesday night ahead, Belper Town away. They come thick and fast this month. All focused on that now?
Yeah, focus on that. Ollie Clark's back available, so we'll have 5 subs. Obviously,
there you go, Ollie. You know where you are.
Yeah. So obviously, the squad's stretched at the minute, but they're still seeing it through. I think Nat's back after the Belper game. So we're all looking good, and you never know, there might be a new addition coming in before Tuesday, we'll see.
Oh, there we go. Something to look out for the socials. Mark, as always, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, cheers.